Entering Tim Shaw's Soul Snatcher possession at San Diego Museum of Art is like going into a disturbing haunted house designed by Amnesty International, where what's scary is the fact that it's completely rooted in the horrors of the real world.
You walk down the corridor and you turn and there's a door and you see in front of you what I call the blind whistler. Then to the left is this scenario where in the middle somebody has been hooded and tied up, and they are surrounded by three other figures. The three other figures are doing something, but you don't quite know what they're doing because there's no knife or gun, but you know that there's a sense of threat, impending threat. Then off in the corner is another figure kneeling and tied, bound. And then over in the other corner there's a man that is overlooking a woman against the wall who appears to be drugged in some way. You don't quite know what's going on other than it's a kind of a build-up of fear or threat that something is happening or something dreadful is about to happen.
Even the materials Shaw chooses to work with add layers of meaning to the piece.
It's 8 figures in a room that are fabricated from old clothes and pillows onto metal frames. And the piece is really very much about how truth can be fabricated to suit the needs of those in power.
It's a metaphor for how the powerful use fear as a means of control. It also asks viewers to consider if they want to be silent bystanders to the violent extraction of soul that Shaw compels them to witness.
Interaction is very important. I would call it engagement, and I do believe in creating art that in some way captivates the imagination and engages the viewer to a point where they look at something and it's got a life force of its own.
I am Robota.
That's especially true of his sculpture, The Birth of Breakdown Clown, a mesmerizing mix of artificial intelligence and robotics that's part of the Beyond Reason exhibit.
Out of the primordial soup, a flash of inspiration ignites the birth of everything.
Although Breakdown Clown makes no attempt to hide its wires and pistons, you quickly forget it's a robot, especially when you look into its eyes.
It's really about using modern day technology, robotics and AI to kind of ask the big questions. It doesn't have the answers, but I would like to think that it certainly inspires thought.
This existential clown holds us wrapped with its undeniable humanity.
Laughter, tears, anger, happiness, fears.
Fears about such things as how the proposed wall will keep those deemed unwanted out.
But I think the robot asks, well, what side are the unwanted on? Are they on that side? Are they on this side? Is it about keeping them in or keeping them out? The robot is a bit sort of perplexed.
But Shaw displays haunting clarity with another installation piece, Mother, the Air is Blue, the Air is Dangerous. Here he essentially gives you a kind of frozen moment in the midst of a bomb blast he experienced in Belfast as a child.
And it's based on memory, that being when the bomb went off, it felt like the atmosphere went larger and tight, like a balloon ready to burst, and this is blue air. This is what happens when talks break down and people walk away from the table. And I guess it's also about, as a comment, making the importance of being at the table and not walking away from it until an agreement is sought.
Kudos to San Diego Museum of Art for allowing Tim Shaw to illuminate the darkest depths of society with his politically charged works. Beth Accomando, KPBS News.